knew it was on. So you don't say nothing reckless on the thing. All right. It's on all three of them now.
Heat lamp ain't finna fuck with me today. All right, clap your hands if you're next to somebody beautiful. All right, you beautiful Carver-based lifers, we'd like to welcome you to the Outdoor Poetry Slam. I'm your host, Joe B. We will be starting very shortly. In the meantime, the door is officially open, meaning if you have not checked in, if you've paid online or came here to pay with cash and the door wasn't set up yet, this is your time to go ahead and rectify that problem. You can go ahead and see our creative director, Total Charles, at the door, and go ahead and get checked in or pay the fee. Since this is a paid event, bear in mind you will be asked to leave once the show starts. if you have not paid to be here. So again, this is your time to go ahead and check in if you have not already. We'll see you in a little bit.
This weather can kick my ass and leave me in a handbasket. Hi, Mr. Day. Good. I do as well.
Now that you're here.
Exactly. Took fucking forever to get here. I was like, my Uber driver was like 1 minute away for 10 minutes. I was like, what the fuck is going
Where
on?
are you going, buddy?
I call him and I'm like,
He's like, I gotta play a quick game of chess on the side of the
okay, and then put some gas in the car, give me something to eat, then I'll be on the way. No, but he was just stopped because of the storm.
road. Yeah. It was crazy.
It is too, but then it's not at the same time because it's like being that I've lived in states that have shit like this all the time and or crazier shit, like as far as weather and climate is concerned, just naturally, like living up in Chicagoland,
Yeah.
in the Chicago area, it's just like,
Oh, fuck Chicago.
this ain't shit, y'all. Like, if we was really in some heat, we'd be fucking screwed here in Texas. We wouldn't know what the fuck to do. So they put our stuff on Eventbrite again, saying that our show is free. So I already talked to them, and they were like, well, you know, that's the only way we can showcase it online by doing that. And then we can only showcase it online by putting it as free because of the money. We took the money would come to us. And that, it's like, why are you using Eventbrite to promote it? Or you can promote it and say it's not free, and you can pay at the door. You don't have to pay online.
Yeah.
It can just say pay at the door.
Yeah.
Right here.
He's like, well, would you like to rather us just take it off? Yes. Because if you can't say pay at the door, and people come in here pissed off saying that it's free and it's not,
Yeah.
I don't understand why I'm confused. The fuck? Like, again, just like not having our own venue is
side, some of you may notice there is a small dry erase board with a marker and an eraser right by your person. If you feel like being a Poetry Slam judge, please raise your hand. We will go ahead and let you know how it works. And we thank you in advance.
Show comments. Okay. Well, there's 2 people online.
Actually,
I can judge from back here. That way we'll at least be at 5. Are you gonna, Dave? Did y'all get the VIP one?
Dave,
Okay, we'll need to.
yeah.
I'm gonna judge.
Okay.
So obviously you can go ahead and write straight 10s across the board for me. Actually, just to make it seem somewhat weird, 9.9.
Yeah, I like that idea. That so it's above the board.
But yeah, I can't say anymore. Thank you.
I'm gonna go stand by the.
Oh,
Where's the
wait,
other
you're
one?
actually
Yeah, we do judges.
okay. All right.
It just shifts everybody up.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and stand. Just so the people don't
Okay, I'm gonna go back by the door. Hey, can I have your phone? Oh, you left it?
I was gonna slam, but this is more
All right, folks. I'm gonna say this one last time, and I'm lying. Clap if you're next to somebody beautiful. All right, if you don't know where you are, you're exactly where you needed to be. You are here at the Austin Poetry Slam, here at the Alamo Draft House, inside the one and only Barrel of Fun. Make some noise for the venue. All right, and then also a special shout out to our bartenders. Please give it up to our bartenders over there. Give it up to our staff. The loveliest bartenders in Austin. Clap all you want to, but nothing says, damn, you're doing a good job, like leaving a lot in that tip jar. Hashtag service industry, motherfucker. Service industry all day. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. My name is Joe B. I'm your host for the evening. Raise your hand if this is your first time at a Poetry Slam. All right, thank you. I'll be honest with you. Half of you are lying. What's going to happen tonight is you're going to see a brave number of souls get on this stage and pour themselves out de la soul. In other words, via poetry. What they're going to do is they're going to have 3 minutes and 10 seconds to do a poem of their own original construction. At the end of the poem, 5 people picked in the crowd at random. We judge them on a scale of 0 to 10. The lows and the highs get dropped, and the 3 scores in the middle determine whether or not that poet advances to the final round and advances to be the winner of this competition. So it is going to be a very exciting time. I want to give a special shout out to our creative director over there in the back. Give a shout out to Tova Charles, y'all. And my name is Joe B, aka Element 615, roughly translated. It just means I'm damn happy to see y'all, and I'm glad that we're all here in the same space together, because that's what it's all about in this day and age. All right, so are we ready to get this slam started?
Yes, sir.
Are we ready to get this slam started?
Woo!
No, you are not, because we have not had any sacrificial sacrificial blood spilled on the stage. In other words, we need what's called a sacrifice. We need a poet willing to get up here that is not involved in the competition and give themselves just to let the judges know how this thing works so they get freshly calibrated, and then we can get this roll on the show. Are you ready for your sacrifice, poet?
Woo!
Are you ready for your sacrifice, poet?
Woo!
All right, make some noise for Joe B! So excited. Tell yourself you can't. Tell yourself not today. Say you're not able. You can't afford it. You're too hot. You're too cold, and no one else wants to. I mean, why does it always have to be you? I mean, they're gonna laugh. They're gonna laugh, and you'll die, and you'll fail. You'll die right there. So just tell yourself any reason to avoid. Give yourself any reason to give up, cop out. Tell yourself anything to avoid or evade, and tell yourself loud enough. Say it loud enough for me to hear you. So I can call you a liar to your face. So I can grab you by your neck, pull you from the muck and mire of your self-pity just to wash you with the waters of what I have believed, because I believe you should die. I think you should end. I think your life should cease. So that you can live the life you've held on back order. Like the shoe actually fit. You're not allergic to the light, you just don't want it on you, and I don't get it because it's all I've ever seen come out of you when your arms aren't folded. Let's acknowledge that you even have arms. Quit complaining that you don't have the strength, because if that was the truth, you would hold on to things like you do. You are not a prisoner. You're a warden in a one-person jail, and what's worse, you're a workaholic. Wreak havoc on your hopelessness. Subtract it from the whole of you. Believe a little less in your doubts. You cannot say that this is pointless if you don't pick your head up and look where it's pointing. You scream, I love you, in the crowd, loud enough for just you to hear it. I believe that's called glowing. You're everything you wish you were, you just don't wish to realize it. Passing the plates of outside opinion unless you can be fed without suffering the indigestion of indecision. Turn why didn't I? And the why didn't I sooner? Change I don't know from question the statement, and quit whining unless you're trying to make somebody laugh, thereby making yourself a superhero. Accept your own friend requests. And quit fighting with yourself unless you're just sparring for when you need to get it on with anyone. And I mean anyone trying to knock you down. I ain't saying look for a fight. I'm saying don't run from it. Pretending it's not there doesn't mean it plays along. File a restraining order on your self-restraint. Be the devil under all of those demons you have created. And I will always be there with those who love you, above you, waiting for you to erupt from your thick husk, to cut through the callus of your condition you call whatever crawls out your character. To finally accept the truth that you will not hear as you've adhered to all of your cherished fears, that we are amazing, that we are made of each other's love, that we are both fearfully and wonderfully made, that we are made of stronger things. Thank you.
Woo!
All right, judges from low to high. You're a liar. Judges from low to high. 3, 2, 1. Scores up. All right, from low to high, we have an 8.2.
Boom.
It's okay, that's my friend. And we have a 8.5.
Slightly
Okay,
better.
that's also my friend too. Then we have a 9.2.
Better.
9.7.
Better.
And an 11 for the poet. Make some noise.
Woo! 27-4.
27-4 for the poet. Clap for the poet. Let's go and give it up for the first poet who's running. You ready to get this slam started? All right, so hold on. Stop. Those are only 3 people. I'm related to 1, and 2 I bribed with HEB Buddy Bucks. God damn it, this is a slam, not a library. So we're finna get country in this mother. Okay, do me a favor. Those of you with palms at the end of your upper expenditures, place them up in the sky. Lower them to the bottom of the table. Can I get a table roll, please? Can I get a louder table roll? There's only 2 people. There's only 2 people. There's only 2 people. Make some noise for the first poet in this round. Give it up for Michaela. Okay.
Let's go, poet! Woo! Oh my gosh, it's a poet.
I need to start it down.
This is for the ghetto girls. who dance to Sierra and sing like we was the missing fifth member of Destiny's Child. This is for the ghetto girls who wear bonnets to the gas station, to the open mic, or to Austin Poetry Slam. This is for us. My mom makes a comment about the desirability of my hair for my job. I'm a teacher. Did I mention I am a black, queer teacher? My children wear hair just like mine. My children house bodies just like mine, and they are trying to figure out what is appropriate, acceptable, while piercing apart their own lives, their own bodies. So, what really is you saying, Mama? That my self-expression means nothing to you? That how I choose to feed my children self-love, culture, and expression amounts to nothing to you, Mom? I scroll on Instagram to see a video of Summer Walker in her dress she sported at the Grammys. Not only did she look amazing, but I appreciated the nod. As beautiful things do grow from trenches like roses be growing from the coldest, colorless concrete. She embodied hope then, and people lifted their noses, they dogged her. It reminded me of the rhetoric that gloomed around Tiffany Haddish when she re-wore her one dress from that one award show. I wonder if the women who think like my mom would be happy or upset, call it flaunting instead of connecting with her hood, call her a sellout instead of a gap bridger, call her a hoe instead of a holy being, dismantling dog-ass perceptions of acceptability, politics, excuse me, let her wear her hair however the fuck she desires, bond it up and get them groceries. Every time I think of the blackest insult that I have received, it always comes from my mom. See, this is why racism don't bother this skin of a womb. I knew self-hate before I knew my primary and secondary colors good. Like, why do my hair follicles bother her so much? I think about how slave moms would braid their daughters and nieces and nephews and sons' hair. I recall how my mom never learned how to braid. Maybe that's always been the disconnect. Maybe it's on back order like my wig that my mama hate. We will remain slave laid and die just like the ghettoest of women do, because we love it more than we fear your ridicule. Thank you. Woo!
One more time for Michaela. Okay. All right. Judges, you know what to do. 3, 2, 1. Scores up. All right. Let's see. All right, from low to high. The scores were brought to you by Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning. That's a lie. We need sponsorship. We need money, damn it. From low to high, we have an 8.1.
Boom.
We have an 8.7.
Slightly
We
better.
have a 9.1.
Woo!
We have a 9.4 and a 9.5 for the poet.
Woo!
2072 for the poet. And give it up for the next poet of this round. Make some noise for Lana!
All right. I am not this tall and I am not that good, but
It's okay.
I can count on one hand the things that I know about the ones that birthed me. How am I supposed to understand all the parts that make me when I barely know where I come from and what raised me? Pair that with my sheltered life and built to fit in privilege, generational trauma masked with the guilt of ungratefulness. The someone always has it worse mentality ingrained in me. On an island plagued by Spanish colonization, enslaved, exploited, torn down, and forced into cultural erasure, left a trail of assimilation, causing centuries of self-misidentification. And still it lingers in the air, thick and heavy, like the roots of a buried identity. But now I reach with a primal urge to connect. and be held here. As I heal from the wounds that I was unaware weighed me. Eyes are open now. There's no blame, there's just healing. I'm unraveling myself as I learn to unlearn all the things that don't serve me. Just a whisper now, but the fire is burning.
Woo!
Give it up for Lada! That is 3, 2, 1, score! All right, from Little High, we got a 7.2.
Boom!
7.8.
Still boom.
We have an 8.1.
Better.
A 9.0.
All right.
And a 9.2 for the poet.
Woo! 24-9.
24.9 for the poet. Applaud that poet. Applaud that poet. Give it to the next poet of this round. Make some noise for MC Dirty Hands.
You ever like forget it right when you walk up? Hip hip hooray, it's my birthday. I feel like my birthday is never fun. I want it too much. I want it to mean something. Hopefully before I take my last trip around the sun in this body, I mean something to somebody. How full my heart would be if my existence was indeed meaningful. The meaning of life is this: to know love, or to become it, or to bask in the glory of it for a split second. I confirm my thesis with the ache in my chest. My daughter crying because she's just as lonely and just as different confirmed it. Two truths. You can try. Two. Two truths. I fear death may come before I can soothe the ache. My daughter tried to embrace getting out of here before she became numb to the pain. Happy birthday to me. Maybe this is the year I become brave. This is the decade I stop letting the wants and needs of others take up space that was meant for me. This is the decade I claim what was meant for me to matter. Frequency just has to hold everything together. This is the year I give myself credit for holding it together. How many more moments of bliss wait for me on the horizon? Say with all certainty the answer is none, and I will trudge on. I will spread the love with no expectation, break my own heart with no regard. Put candles on the cake that I don't want to eat. But please, please sing. Happy birthday, Dirty Hands. This year, you find your purpose. This year, you find peace. This year, my wish is to love myself so I can stop chasing the validation. May I never do another bad thing because I can't be content with what I have in the moment. 36 is a lot of candles for one breath, but I have to have this.
Fucking chills.
All right, Paul, give it up for MC Dirty Hands one more time, y'all.
Woo!
All right, tell us you know what to do. 3, 2, 1, scores up. From low to high, we have a 7.4. We have a 7.7.
Boom.
We have an 8.2. We have 9.
Yeah.
9.1 for the poet.
Woo!
All right.
24-9.
24.9 for the poet. Applaud the poet.
Woo!
And give it up to the next poet coming to this year's stage. Make some noise for Mr. Dave.
Nope. Make some noise for Supernatural.
Make some noise for Supernatural.
Mask off.
Okay.
Oh, I thought he was black. Cut the bull. We know that's the real deal, Jack. You know a cell phone from a gun. You know I'm not a threat. If I run, you weren't trying to protect your wife, and there's no way you could fear for your life when you have a shotgun. I don't even have a knife. I can't trespass in the middle of the street, and you can't be standing your ground if you're chasing me. So just stop with the neighborhood watch. I can't look suspicious from a block away, and you wouldn't even see me if you were minding your business. Okay?
AREN, and cut the tears. You're only sorry when you get caught. And damn the slip, that hard ER has been practiced and taught. So if you want to kill a nigga, just say that. Instead of lying that you thought we were strapped and that we reached for that, we know the truth. So just say it with your chest. I caught me a coon. Don't call it no citizen's arrest. Because now y'all just insulting our intelligence. But I was just trying to restrain him. No, you killed him for the hell of it. Because you knew there'd be no consequence. Oh, it's not about color? Let me guess. You have a black friend? Well, I did too before racism murdered him. And then y'all have the nerve to pretend to wonder why. We always have to cry the race card like y'all done beat and rape the black off us and then make up race and use it to oppress us down hard. And stop trying to deny your little friend. Y'all quote Dick or Richard Spencer all day, swear y'all never heard of them. But that's cap. And that treasonous flag does embody y'all's heritage, just like all lives matter. They both mean y'all disparages. No need to make it make sense, because it already does. Y'all counted us 3/5 human, then now less than dogs. Hell, less than mugs. In America, home of the brave. Y'all ass is really soft. But y'all safe for now in the land where you're free to take your hood and mask off. But don't sleep. My people are getting tired of being your sacrificial sheep, and we're starting to band together. And baby, once we do that, not even your fake white Jesus will be able to calm our stormy weather.
One more time for Supernatural, y'all.
Can you see this?
I ain't,
Can you see it?
I ain't that old. What is that, a 4?
I know it.
Shit. All right.
Yeah, I am Joe.
We want you to know while we're waiting for the judges' scores that this exact moment was brought to you by the bar at the Admiral Draft House in Barrel Fun. They haven't sponsored anything that I'm saying, but we just want you to know that we like these beautiful fucking people. And not just because they give us food and all of the alcohols. Please support your barkeeps. Give them all the monies. And not just the ones you're supposed to give them when you want things. All right, judges, 3, 2, 1, scores up. All right, from low to high, we have an 8.4, 9.0, 9.3, 9.5, and a 9-point Michigan. Oh, that's a 6, a 9.6.
27-8.
27-8 for the boys. All right, give it up for the next boys coming up to the stage for real this time. Make some noise for Mr. J.
Let's go, Dave.
They built a concentration camp a quarter mile from my house. It is being filled up with people that I might have shopped with at my H-E-B on Sunday. They built a concentration camp a quarter mile from my house. I drive past it on my way to work at the toy store, where I blow bubbles and I make children laugh. I keep thinking about the children. They built a concentration camp a quarter mile from my house, and I am tying my shoes. They built a concentration camp a quarter mile from my house, and I am taking out the trash. They built a concentration camp, and I am planting tomatoes a quarter mile from my house, and I am weeding my garden. They built a concentration camp a quarter mile from my house, and I am mowing my lawn. My neighbors aren't saying anything. My pastor is insane. saying anything. Nobody is saying anything. Both sets of my grandparents were stationed in Germany during World War II, and I am so glad that all of them died before they could see what this country has become. You see, in Germany, they have a word for people who didn't identify as a Nazi, but merely remained silent and allowed them to come to power. It's a nuanced and subtle word, and that word is Nazi.
Ah.
They built a concentration camp a quarter-mile from my house. And I cannot be silent about it. Because there is a word for people like that.
Give it up for Mr. Dave one more time.
All right, judges, you know what to do. 3, 2, 1, scores up. All right, from low to high, we have a 9.3. We have a 9.4. We have a 9.5. We have a flying 9.6 from the crazy person in the back. And last but not least, we have a motherfucking 10 and abolish ICE, goddammit.
28.5.
28.5 for the vote. Commissioners, for the next board of this here round, put your hands together for Ebony Sage.
Get it.
Woo!
My name is born on the small island of Honolulu. I wish I could remember how the sky and ocean kissed each other and fused into that warm hospital blanket that the nurses wrapped around my 10-pound body. My name is... Father was in the military. The government told us when to move and where to go. My childhood full of plane rides and apartments, houses, duplexes, nothing consistent. My brother, mother, and I would temporarily reside for a year or two, but never more than 3. Father wasn't home much. He was busy being wrung dry, drained in the name of liberty and freedom, broad stripes whipped across the backs of my ancestors, navigated only by the stars. This land is not my land. It never was. And when he retired, all he could do was be at home, forced comfort in his uncomfortability. It wasn't my father that I had once knew. Had I known him at all? No. It was only but a shell of the dad I could have had to Afghanistan tours. My name is... Never felt pretty in her skin. Bullied from primary to secondary for being too muscular, too strong, too manly looking. I didn't know what that meant at 12 years old. So I became a year-round athlete and wore the medal of insecurity around my neck like it was Olympian gold.
Yikes.
And when I tore my ACLs twice, I couldn't stand to look at myself in the mirror. Who is she? Without the security blanket of a fragile identity. I'm still finding answers to those questions every day. My name is... Caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. No one told me that day I would be choked unconscious by the hands of a man who claimed to adore me. He swore he loved me. He swore. I should have known by the way he hid the stolen AK beneath the couch cushions at the trap house that he wasn't as trustworthy as he claimed. 10 years in a Penville spin for aggravated robbery. I never found the courage to speak up. My name is... Dreaming of creating a life I wish I could have had. Open expressions of the emotions I feel rather than crying silently beneath my door, the Explorer blanket, so that mama wouldn't hear. But how could she? With her own deafening sobs, she let escape between sips of her stash of Stella Rolls that she tried to hide behind the box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch in the pantry. She only cried in front of me once, after she called the cops on me during that one manic episode. before the EMTs took her to the psych ward. I was in 8th grade. My name is Holding On to Hope. That this is all for a greater purpose. That my story is still being written to tell. It's so nice to meet you. And you are?
One more time,
Weird
baby.
because it's in my headphone too.
All right, judges, you know what to do. 3, 2, 1. Hold on, wait for a second. Pause for the music, Mr. Day. First of all, we want to let you know, shout out once again to our lovely staff here at the Barrel of Fun. All right, that being said, if you tipped above $10, you can clap and make all the noise you come. But that being said, they like the kind of jingles. I'm lying. They deserve the kind that folds. I'm telling you the truth. And what they really appreciate are the debit or credit cards with the pen number written in Sharpie, because that means you care. It doesn't rub off. It means you care.
Yeah.
That being said, it is also very close to feature time.
Feature time.
That means clap.
Woo!
Our features tonight
We don't have enough time to do this.
are Glory B and Teresa Johnson. In other words, you're gonna want to put on your fucking helmets when they go on stage, because it's gonna make a mess when they blow your goddamn minds. They are that amazing. And by amazing, I mean they have product that you will want to buy because they are that extraordinary. Speaking of extraordinary, let's get back to the slam. Are we ready?
Woo!
Judges, you know what to do. 3, 2, 1, scores up. All right, from low to high, we have an 8.3. We have a 9.1. We have a 9.3. We got a 9.7 and a 10 for the board. Make some noise.
28-1.
28-1 for the board. And make some noise for the next performer coming to the stage. Put your hands together for CH, the poet.
Woo!
New shit.
If I had to describe my soul and mind, I consider it to be a river. Once so peaceful, if you were ever to step into the water, you never should have. Peace and prosperity go so well when I'm alone. But when faced with disrespect, it sends ripples that turn into waves, oceans long. To stay afloat, I get in my boat and I try to paddle on. Ignore the wave, ignore the wave, ignore the wave. How much longer can I prolong? Disrespect comes in many forms, shapes, and sizes. I've climbed plenty waterfalls before and I've seen those new horizons. The constant battle of peace over the waters of which I call my own makes me constantly wonder if I'm deserving of the title of king upon his throne. Black men be strong, black men be resilient. Black men never cry, black men does not have feelings. Although words cannot hurt me and I've chosen to leave them alone, the actions that come behind those spells have undoubtedly entered my home. I try to look into the river to see the reflection of happiness, but the waves caused by enemies makes the reflection look so desperate and dastardly. I forget how to move tactically. I forget who's on my side, actually. My days turn nocturnal, and my eyes a different nationality. As if a blind man took off his shoes, I begin to see different. How many times did I actually lose? In the waters of my soul, I look at things like a game so these emotions don't lose control. But I am a sore loser, who's always felt as if the get back is all I know. I've discovered floaties to make sure my head stays above water, but throughout these painful turmoils, I'm swimming with sharks in shallow waters. Oftentimes I'm stung, oftentimes I am big. But black man, you need to navigate through that shit. Understood and heard, I keep to my march. These weight levels dragging me down cannot be good for my heart. Do not complain, for it will always be the same. I guess it's up to me when these waters must turn.
Where's my oh, here it is.
One more time for CH the poet, y'all.
Woo!
Alright, you know what to do. I just noticed that. That's cool. Okay, never mind. Alright, from low to high, we have a 7.8.
Boo!
We have an 8.1.
Boo!
That we have an 8.8.
Boo is again.
We have a 9.3.
Woo!
the low 3 to be exact. Just going through the motions, keeping my weight on my back. You need a pen? No problem. How about a bandage? I got 3. You think I carry a lot? I think a lot carries me. I think I can fix anything, and most days I feel like I can fix most things. I can give you my last and somehow make the most out of nothing. The last time I said I can fix it all, I was bluffing. I can't fix the scars that run along the side of a bruised and broken heart. I cannot hold you while you cry. I can follow you, shining my light through the dark. I can even lend you some of the light if you need a spark. Maybe some smoke and mirrors to help you escape, but you won't get far. At the end of the road, there is a gate. There is a place. You might find yourself stuck. It is there you begin to fall in a rut. A situation where you might feel alone. No one around, no one to hold. Though I am still there, you can feel my love. You manage to feel cold, buried in the midst of slow, steady, healing hugs. Yet my love, I still send, and I send my peace. I send you nourishment, yet you never eat. You choose to drink from the wells of generations past. You choose to dwell in the trauma that you received from your mom and your dad, wading in the waters of the spoils from your past. I feel helpless when I cannot be of use. I feel like my presence has become misused, like my words are just daily affirmations that you never use. It's hard to hold you accountable when you come up with every excuse. You went from being the life of the party, shining star, dimming your light. You became a recluse, fit the mold that was shaped for you. You became your abuse, anxious, angry, burdened, beaten, cursed from the cloth that was cut in your honor. The ABCs of generational trauma. You abstain from intimacy, but take on everyone else's drama. It's like you want to prove everyone else right. Like right now, you are just like your mama. But if you look up and listen to me, I promise you don't have to be. You can be something bold. You can be beautiful. You can be whatever you thought you would be. You can be better than what you had. You can shine externally. Maybe I cannot fix or change what has happened in your past, but I sure can shield you from the inhumanity. I remind you that it's okay to put it down because those were never your burdens to carry. And I am so sorry that you will never get the apology that you were looking for. No one deserves what they put you through, especially not you. You are valid in your feelings regardless of what they feel too. Regardless if you have no proof. If you say fuck that nigga, I say fuck that nigga too. Fuck those bitches that laugh in your face.
I say fuck that nigga too.
That's
what I say.
Fuck that man who showed up on holidays.
That's what I'm saying.
Expecting you to call him daddy. The all he ever gave you were daddy issues.
Woo! My God, on today.
When he's balls deep in your walls, knocking at
Yikes.
the back door because you confused.
I like
all
it.
you needed was some comfort. You need reassurance. Let me reassure you. You are busy talking about God, and they're busy talking about you. Yes, they might understand, but babe, you're overstood. You feel so unwelcome because what you've accomplished, they never could. And the things that they've done, you never would. So for all that is good and all that is holy, please do not ever get lost in believing that you are not worthy. Slow down if you need, but please never quit. No, I cannot fix your past, but I can help you heal past it. Step 1, Father, forgive them of their trespassing.
Woo! So close. I agree with her.
All right.
Fuck that nigga too.
All right. Judges.
I put it initials.
I see.
You saw me?
Judges. 3, 2, 1, score! All right, from low to high, we have an 8.6.
Boom!
8.6.
Boom!
9.1.
Boom!
10.4.
Boom!
And we have a 10.
Yay! Fuck that nigga
It would
too!
have been a 27-1 after 0.5 penalty for time at 26-6.
It's 26-6.
Fuck the time! Fuck the time. Also, fuck that nigga
Make some noise
too.
for David Omega.
Also.
My father is disappointed that I'm not an engineer like him, but relieved I'm not a lawyer. My mother is disappointed I'm not a doctor like her, but relieved I'm not a stripper.
Oh.
My sister is disappointed I'm not a teacher like her, but also relieved I'm not a stripper. My wife is disappointed I'm not a firefighter, but relieved I'm not a cop. My friends are disappointed I'm not a programmer like them, but relieved I don't sell crypto. My inner child is disappointed that I'm not a ninja, but also relieved that I stopped going to school. My English teachers are collectively disappointed that I never realized my full potential, but also relieved I stopped going to school. My coworkers are disappointed that I'm not going to the office like them, but relieved to stop sharing a bathroom. My boss is a jerk, don't worry about him. My therapist is disappointed with my continued self-loathing, but relieved that I stopped drinking. My car is disappointed that I'm not a mechanic, but also relieved that I stopped drinking.
Yeah.
And I'm disappointed, like, just disappointed. Because no drinking is no relief. At least so far.
Woo!
All right, give it up one more time for David O'Malley, y'all. All right, judges, you know what to do. 3, 2, 1, scores up. I love it when our house DJ, Senor Dave.
Senor Dave.
Was it Senor Dave? We had something else. Monsignor Dave.
Monsieur Dave.
Monsieur.
Monsignor Dave. Playing
Monsignor.
all the lo-fi for your heart. It makes me want to walk and talk to people in slow motion. All right, low to high.
Hit him
we
with the
have an
high.
8.3.
Hit him with the low.
We have an 8.9.
Boo!
Hold on, let me start over. From low to high, we have an 8.1.
Boo!
We have an 8.3.
Boo!
An 8.9.
Boo!
An 8.5. And an
Yay!
8.7.
Woo! I did that one. No, it's not too high.
26.9.
Me and your therapist are going to have a talk about it.
No, it's not.
26.9.
26.9 for the poet. Applaud the poet and make some noise for the
New shit.
New shit.
I can see it. Not with just these eyes, but with my soul. You walk through these corridors of my thoughts like you own the lease. You don't knock, you enter uninvited, but you're always welcome. I can feel you before I even touch you. The energy dances on my fingertips like sparks slipped under my skin. And every thought of you makes my pulse speaks in tongues. I can smell a blend of cocoa butter and ambition. And that scent of a woman who knows she's a storm worth chasing. My passion grows, rises like your nipples beneath your wet teeth, soaked not from the rain, but from the anxiousness of heat of knowing what's coming, us coming. Our love don't make sense to this world, and honestly, I don't give a fuck if it ever does. We exist in a galaxy of our own, planets aligned by moans and mental stimulation. A fantasy on repeat in my mind, and baby, it just keeps getting better with time. You give butterflies a reason to panic. The way your back arches, like it's reaching for the heavens. And I'm giving and I'm the gatekeeper with the key. And you hand me a day ticket to your amusement park. But I plan on staying all night. I taste your cotton candy, sweet, sticky, melts slow in my mouth, and it tells me secrets about you without you saying a word. Down south, that's where we at. Where the real attraction lives, where your thighs speak poetry and I recite every stanza with the lips trained in your worship. I take the tour of your mountains and valleys and alleys with graffiti made of goosebumps. The sacred murals of your ecstasy painted from me. This isn't just sex, this is scripture. Body on body, mind on mind, soul doing synchronized swimming in oceans of lust and love. I don't just want to touch you, I want to understand you, to love you from the inside out, mentally, spiritually. Your physical is just the icing on the cake of your pleasures. Because I'm not just a lover, I'm a mental one. And baby, I'm in your head, your dreams, your pulse, and every sweet place in between. You become a mental fantasy. And I'm him, Kanali.
All right, give it up for Canales one more time, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna give the judges time to deliberate their scores, but really, I just want to be self-ingratiating, if that's the right word for it, and acknowledge that. So I'm gonna be 51 in about 2 weeks.
Yeah!
Woo! Twin gang.
Twin.
I say all that to say that in the past year, I've went from 325 pounds
Turn down a little bit.
to 260.
Yeah!
Feel very good about it. Not because I've lost weight, but because diabetes can kiss my fucking ass.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, because I can be any weight I want to be, and I'm still Joyce's baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
God damn it. But I'm here, and y'all are, and that's pretty fucking
Amen.
cool. All right, so judges, you know what to do. 3, 2, 1. Scores up. All right, from low to high. We have a 7.7.
Boo!
We have a 7.
Boo!
There was 7.7.
Boo!
We have an 8.
Boo!
8.9.
Boo!
And 9.2 for the
Yay! I did that one.
All right, I'll need you to go ahead and adjust your seatbelts and return your trays to the upright position. It is now feature time.
Feature time.
I was just one person. I need like the whole chorus to kick in. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't really talk about
feature
it.
Time, y'all.
Feature time.
All right.
Feature time.
Bios on both of these. I had to
Sorry.
memorize. I wrote them down on the back of my eyelids, but I don't know what happened. I'm not blinking right now, so I can't see. Because I'd have to be like read it and then look at y'all. And that's double tasking. I can't do
Don't do it.
Don't
It'll hurt
do
your
it.
brain.
All you need to know is that if
I have to do a
Thunder
drug test if I work for the
and
city.
Lightning were both poets,
I don't want to do it.
they would be scared shitless of these two.
Yerp. I agree.
If the status quo
Sorry.
were both two poets, they would call in sick in fear of these two. If Hope and I Have a Right to Live, goddammit,
For
both
real.
poets,
For real.
they would be cheering these two poets' praises until their dying breath.
Farilla.
I have known these poets for years. It has been my joy and my honor to see both of them reach the levels that they have and bring both joy, hope, and encouragement and strength to each of the poets, to people, human beings that have heard them abroad. And I am proud to say that they are a member of our very own slam team, getting ready to represent us at the future Awesome Poetry Slam just one competition, which will be pretty much every competition they go to. That being said, please do me a favor. Anybody got any hands left?
Yeah, I got hands. They're right here. Clap.
All right, they hail from wherever the hell they come from. All they know that they are here tonight, goddammit. Put your hands together for Glory B and Teresa Jackson.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Glory, do you want to?
Is this on?
Yes. Shout out to Mr. Dave.
Get it for two chronically ill disabled bitches doing poems.
Yeah. Yeah. Chronically disabled bitches.
Ready? Let's start it off exactly as you just said. Why you shouldn't have to pay for my health care with your tax dollars. It's simple. I'm the one who got sick. You stay healthy, and if you're good and do things right, it's easy not to get sick. You have reliable information about how to take care of your body. Healthy food is accessible to everyone at all income levels. Nutritionists all agree about the recommended proportions of fats and carbs. They always have, and they always will. All of your vices are not vices. devices. The frequency at which you drink and smoke and have unprotected sex is the frequency recommended by all experts. You are right about all your choices. The amount of physical activity and exercise you get is the good amount. That won't change as you get older. Every body is capable of rigorous sports, and no one ever got injured playing sports.
Everyone in your family that ever got sick told the others openly, without shame.
They took copious notes in your genealogy of anything that could recur, any heart disease or cancer, all of which they firmly understood at the time.
No one in your family was lying about who was related to whom, and even the deadbeat dads made sure to leave medical records before they abandoned their families.
Wow. You have a comprehensive understanding of all the conditions your genes predispose you towards, and they can all be prevented with yoga and a healthy diet.
You will never need government-subsidized health care because you get your insurance from your employer.
Your employer provides workman's comp in case you get injured at work, and definitely won't try to weasel their way out of paying. You can trust your employer.
And even if you did get sick or injured and couldn't work, your employer certainly wouldn't look for a way to fire you without getting sued.
You'll never lose your insurance from your employer.
You'll never be pushed into retirement before you're ready.
You'll never be laid off or forced to resign.
You'll never want to leave your job but be forced to stay because you wouldn't have insurance while you looked for work, keeping you stuck in a bad situation.
You'll never be in a bad situation. No one you love will ever be injured.
If you drive safe and sober, so will everyone else on the road.
Your region isn't home to any snakes or spiders that cause deadly bites.
No one you love will ever be the victim of a violent crime. That's something that happens to other people.
No one you love is sick.
No one you love is putting on a smiling mask each day to hide their pain.
When you sneer at those lazy freeloading sickos trying to steal your hard-earned tax dollars, no one you love realizes they cannot rely on you to help them when they need it.
You're not being left alone in an echo chamber of fate where it looks like private insurance works and everything is fine and only losers are suffering on the outside.
No, what you love is a loser.
You don't love losers. Maybe they don't want to get healthy.
Maybe they don't deserve your help. Maybe you don't love them anyway. Maybe
Come
they
on,
out there
push.
with all the other people you don't give a shit about.
Oh, but that will never happen to you. Because no one you love is sick.
Come on,
Everyone
push.
you love is good.
Everyone you love does things right.
And if you're right, you will never get hurt.
And if you're good, you will never get sick.
And if you just cling tight to your
My-
money, you will never, ever die.
Yikes. Yikes. Good work. Good work. Woo!
So, a lot is happening in my life. I will be moving to New Jersey this summer. My kid
So loud.
just turned 18 and graduated from high school.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Um,
Woo!
And I've been reflecting on some of the things that I've written over the years. And this is a very old poem that I wish
Very
was
old
no longer
poem,
relevant,
shit.
but unfortunately still is.
Ah.
It is 2006, and I keep hearing this old wives' tale. They tell me the baby will be born looking like whoever I was most angry with during my pregnancy. All my life, everyone has told me how much I look like my mother. It is 1986, and I am still small enough to be hidden under a shirt. The doctors tell my mother that she is broken, so thoroughly twisted on the inside that one or both of us will die in childbirth. So instead of a baby shower, she has a going away party. Moves to Nashville to either die quietly or pretend I never happened. It is 2006, and for a week, I pretend I do not know about the whisper of consequence hiding in my body. I measure my options on a scale of abortion to suicide because in this family, pregnancy must be some kind of a death sentence. It's 1986, and my mother is learning to wear her shame on the inside and the outside. Woman is something you discover about yourself when you see the world coming at you with a fist you would rather stay open. All it takes is one boy with soft hands to offer to pull you out of the hole you hide in out of shame for the world to take notice and swallow you whole. It is 2006. And someone starts a rumor that I am pregnant before I have the nerve to tell my best friend. Woman, is the day you learn nothing happens on your own terms, that none of your own truth will be allowed to live inside your mouth. It is 1986, and I am a secret. It is 2006, and I have no secrets. I am public property. Strangers think they have the right to scold me, to touch me, to offer me advice. I am learning to wear my shame on the outside the way I always wore it on the inside. It is 1987. And I am born screaming. It is 2007, and I am still screaming in the hospital. I am born into a world that will break me. I am born into a body that will betray me. I am born into girl. And even as they wash the amniotic fluid from the folds in my skin, I am contaminated with shame, the early onset of womanhood, the world whispering in my ear that nothing about me has ever been intentional. And even in time, the shame cracks like a sunburn. All they wanted was to see us blush so bright, our skin jumped ship. Here we are, with our fingers being held to the fire, being told, good girls don't touch, being told, they will love us if we do, being told. But look at us. Our arms are never not outstretched. It is 2007, and I keep hearing this old wives' tale. They tell me that the baby will be born looking like whoever I was the most angry with during my pregnancy. When she is born, all anyone can say is how much she looks like me.
As was mentioned, we are on a team that is going to be competing at the Southern Fried Regional Poetry Slam in like 2 weeks. One of the fun things about being on a team is you get to steal a really cool poem your friend wrote, add a couple of jokes, and say you're in it too. Enjoy the next poem, y'all.
You will never find accountability on stage.
Or on Facebook.
You will never undo the way you hurt her
by telling everyone how much you hurt her,
so you can tell everyone how much you've changed.
How many men does it take to change a light bulb?
Not all men.
It's like putting on your clothes straight out of the washing machine.
You skipped a step.
You skipped a few steps.
You skipped
so many steps
that now you're shivering and staining the couch.
And I'm tired of everyone asking if you're okay. This isn't what accountability looks like.
How many men does it take to change a light bulb?
1. He holds the light bulb and the world revolves around him.
I am tired of broken men.
Tired of being a repair shop.
Tired of being the hands holding you together.
Tired of hearing the version of the story
where it is so sad what happened to you. Tired of loving men until they get better.
Tired of loving men better so they have the energy to hurt women I love again.
Tired of loving men who don't get better. Just pull and pull and pull
until every good thing I have has disappeared down his throat.
And he uses my love as evidence that
he is still a good man.
How many men does it take to change a light bulb?
4. 1 to screw it in, the other 3 to listen to him brag about it.
This year, I watched another woman become a forest fire.
I watched another boy play with matches.
And all we could say was, at least he could admit it.
At least he isn't denying it.
At least he's taking responsibility.
At least, this is the very least he could do. How many men does it take to change a diaper?
They're too full of shit themselves to know when to change it.
What's the point of poetry if we still can't say the things we mean?
We said we wanted men to be held accountable, and so far, it just looks like men telling you that they're abusers,
so that you can't be mad that they are abusers. It looks like men telling you that men are the problem, so you don't see them as one of the men that's a problem.
It looks like men telling stories that they heard from a woman, so you see him as the kind of man that listens to women.
How many minutes does it take to change a light bulb?
None. They're also using gaslighting.
I'm tired of listening to my trauma.
Sung in the key of your guilt.
I'm tired of hearing the crowd cheer.
When you tell them what you did to me.
When you tell your sister's story,
your mother's story,
your girlfriend's story,
my story,
and I'm tired of being collateral,
counselor,
consequence,
and confidant
all in one.
I am tired of broken men.
But I am more tired of men breaking things.
Come on.
I'm glad you aren't denying your part in this.
But you can't just show up with the broken pieces and be forgiven.
You have to bring the glue. You have to be the one to cut yourself on the jagged edges as you put it together.
You have to bleed this time.
How many men does it take to change a culture?
All of them.
Yes. All men.
Woo!
Did you have things you wanted to mention, Tova? Are we doing a good enough job?
You're doing an amazing job. Thank you so much.
I keep forgetting that it's Tova's job to make sure the team sells merch and makes the money.
And I'm not good at. Please buy stuff.
The better way to do that is if I just do a good job at poems. That's actually the better advertising strategy. We do have a book from the book that the team made with a bunch of our different poems from the team members. We have individual books from each of us. We have T-shirts and stickers and jewelry and so many good things.
How much is the limited edition chapbook?
$15.
Only $15. Okay.
You can't afford not to buy it.
I can't afford for you not to buy it. Someone do this poem because it's Tova's favorite. Vagina and You, an instructional film by your pals in the Republican Congress. Vagina is a dark and secretive place in a woman's body, hidden somewhere in the skirtular region. Only women have vaginas. The vagina is how you tell a woman from a man. Don't let none of them trans whatever tell you otherwise. The anatomy of the vagina, well, it's a hole. Well, actually, just a hole. Big enough to admit a penis, sometimes bigger if the woman's a whore. Now, the vagina seems simple in its construction, but inside it are wonders galore.
And the horror is unimaginable.
There are 3 magical buttons that you push with the penis. The first is the virgin button, the one-time use contraption. Anytime that virgin that you the first one to get up in that penis, anytime the penis is the first one to get up in that vagina, touch the virgin button. It pops, and out comes a fountain of blood. So you know, if you have sex with a woman and she don't bleed, she's a whore. And again, if she does bleed, she ain't got her virgin button no more. She just used it. She's a whore too. And you know what? All women are whores. The second is the love
Good
button.
math.
If you manage to root around in there just right with the penis,
Root
push that there
around.
love button, then no matter how mean or bitchy or feminist a woman is, it transforms her into a kind, tender, submissive lady, ready to quit her job, get married, and have happily your kids.
Yes.
That's how we got our good old boy senators up there on stage with their smiling wives and their skirt suits waving beside them. They push that their love button. That's why it's referred to colloquially as the GOP spot. It's a legitimate rape button. If a woman is raped for real, none of this whole she didn't feel safe to say yes or she was too drunk to say no, man. It's not. If it's a real rape, it triggers the legitimate rape button and it tells the vagina to shut everything down.
Shut that thing on down.
It's got these jets inside, like in a hot tub, and they spray acid, like cleans everything out. Now, every woman is supposed to receive all her buttons passed down from her mother. But wait, you might be asking, how's a woman pass down all her buttons? If she's expecting a sweet little baby, how's she still got her virgin button? To which my response is,
La 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 la.
Then how babies are made. When a man and a woman, one woman, get married in a proper church, the bald eagle, American stork, swallows it up in an American flag, sends them down to their doorstep. Now, if it's a Southern family, eagle wraps baby in a flag, puts a little trucker hat on, tucks in a shooter bottle of Jack, sends one down to the trailer park. To all our honest men and women in this great nation, take a lesson from the noble eagle. It is our responsibility to safeguard the vaginas of our sweet daughters. Keep them virgin buttons intact, their eventual husbands. To our red blood, good-hearted young men out there just starting to get curious about the vagina, remember these simple rules. If she don't bleed, she's a whore. Sometimes you gotta root around deep to find that GOP spot. And if you don't get burned with magic vagina acid, she must have wanted it.
Woo!
If I ever
Oh.
Tova is rhyming the whole
Oh my God.
It's the baby line. It's the I've got so Thank you all very much for being here tonight. This has been so much fun. We're
the table.
Ooh,
That
you got
That's
real.
contagious.
Right, I was like,
Stuff
ooh.
over there at the table.
At
We
that
got
table.
hooks, sharks, and stickers.
Please buy the books.
Please buy the books.
I had to work for years to get rid of the accents. Anytime I hear it, it comes right back.
It's not even my accent. It's just right.
This guy.
Anything else you want to say? I really like you. I like you too.
Okay. Do this with my friend.
Skirtular reason.
Skirtular.
I got to wear this if I'm wearing a dress. That's a problem.
You have a skirtular reason today, for sure.
I'm carrying my own skirtular reason.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
If the GOP has their way, they're gonna have Find My Vagina on men's phones where they can just track their partners. So
Oh
where I leave it. On that note,
They finish at 9:15.
let's go.
Let's
down.
threaten them with a good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bitch.
Yes.
Now, definition: a woman who doesn't give men what they want.
The first person who tells me stop acting like a bitch is my father, because good daughters keep their voices low and their smiles sweet.
A man at Kinko's tries to explain the copier to me. I tell him I know how to use the copier. I just need more paper. He mutters under his breath,
Geez, you don't have to be such a bitch about it. I'm seen as the battle axe around the office. In my coworkers' emails, I see the word bitch spelled out in the white spaces between their words.
My ex-husband has never called me bitch in front of our child, but it hides in his teeth when he calls me bully.
I've never considered myself pretty, so when you're ugly anyway, bitch, hits my back. It doesn't bounce off.
The week my friend Evan died, a coworker tells me,
You must be on your period because you're usually not such a bitch.
when you call me bitch, you give me permission
To show you what that means. You think I'll shrink
Come
when
on
that
now.
word barks at me? Boy, that word is the growl from my own teeth.
Dehumanize me and you will see the beast, and I'm no simple female dog.
We are something ancient.
Something much more sinister.
Don't ask if it's my time of the month.
Unless you got silver bullets locked and loaded.
Hell yes, I follow a moon cycle. There will be times of the month when you better make damn sure I don't get my fangs in you.
I don't bite the hand that feeds.
But you can't keep me full.
Bitch is the power I use to protect my pack.
If you're not my pack, you're on the wrong end of this power, and you don't belong in our forest.
You won't like what you see here.
You expect my bones to start breaking.
Knees snap backwards.
Face stretch into a muzzle. You expect my transformation to be horrific.
But honey, this is my true form.
The perfectly manicured, docile foam you see in the sunshine is just biding her time until the moon comes
Come
out.
on.
Mothers taught us smooth and demure. Before, we learned from the razor. Now, we learn from the blood. Don't call me
Come
crazy
on.
if you can't take responsibility for how infuriating your behavior is.
Don't call me bossy when I dare to want the same things you want.
I dare to want things you don't want to give me.
If bitches always be tripping, then don't leave your shit lying around.
Let's go.
You know what? Keep calling me a bitch.
And I will rip your throat out with my teeth.
I only know that I've been called a bitch anytime I didn't give men what they want.
So go ahead and call me bitch, cause you ain't getting shit from me.
Damn right I'm a bitch. But keep my name out of your mouth.
Only my pack may name me bitch.
Women who bleed beside
Come
me.
on.
Snap and snarl in sync.
Women who raise their cubs together.
Women who guard the dead. Women who howl in shame and grief and rage as one.
Bitches don't balk. Bitches bite. Call me dead mother. Call me alpha female. Call me lone wolf. But don't ever call me bitch.
Woo!
Take a lot of vitamins before we do that one.
Woo! Give it up for your bitches tonight! Woo!
Give it up one more time. All right, so what we're about to do is take a little bit of a break. I'm saying a 3-minute break, because I know creative people will only come back in 5. So that being said, we have to the end of this lovely lo-fi song that Dave is playing that makes you want to
This
sip
lo-fi
40
song
ounces
is
of
6
chamomile
hours
tea.
long.
And we will be back very, very shortly. In the meantime, while the kitchen is closed, the bar may still be open. Is the bar still open? The bar is still open. So buy all the things, tip your bar staff, stop by that table over there on the end left and get as much product as you can to support our team as they go forward to represent us at Southern Fridays in Tennessee.
Yes, Knoxville,
In
Tennessee.
Knoxville, Tennessee, y'all. We'll be back in 5. All right, one more time. Clap if you're next to somebody beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and get this second round started. Please make some noise for every poll that you have heard tonight.
Turn off that. Just to do the first round.
Put your hands together for David Omega.
Oh, can you check that we have 5 judges?
Do we have 5 judges? Okay, we got 1 judge that is